Hey, this is Brooke, functional medicine dietitian specializing in fertility, and this is the Fertility Dietitian podcast, where I help you uncover the barriers that are preventing you from optimizing your fertility and teach you how to work with your body to finally take home a healthy baby. Each week, I will be diving into different topics on fertility and sharing my perspective on physiology, metabolic health, nutrition, and lifestyle approaches that have helped hundreds of couples get pregnant even after years of heartache. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge you need to take back control of your fertility. Happy listening. Welcome back to the Fertility Dietitian podcast. We're talking about real, sustainable root cause strategies to optimize your fertility and support your hormones and really just help you build the family that you've been dreaming of without the overwhelm. Today's episode is one of my favorite topics because it cuts through the noise. We're diving into free things that you can do to support your fertility, things that are scientifically powerful, foundational, and often way more impactful than the next supplement that you're considering adding to your cart. So let's go. Number 1, sunshine. We undervalue sunlight so much in our modern world, but fertility absolutely depends on it. Just a few minutes of natural sunlight exposure, ideally before screen time, each morning around sunrise can improve your sleep quality, which is essential for overall ovulation, luteal phase health, and reproduction. Definitely important for male fertility as well. It supports your stress response and helps you regulate cortisol, really helping us keep that nervous system regulated and sending those messages of safety that your body's just feeling safe enough to support reproduction. It increases leptin sensitivity, which helps with appetite control and balanced blood sugar. Leptin is kind of an unspoken barrier to blood sugar balance a lot of the times, and sunlight can make a difference, a really big difference here. It improves insulin regulation, which directly impacts egg quality and ovulatory consistency. It even strengthens your immune system, which is critical for both implantation and early pregnancy support. And of course, it anchors your circadian rhythm. So it helps you tell or give signals to every organ system, every hormone pathway. Hey, we're safe. We're predictable. We're functioning as designed. And I'll say it again, it's free. It is free. You might need to shift that morning routine a little bit, but you don't have to have a fancy red light device. You need the actual sunshine that's rising every single morning. Start with 5 to 10 minutes outside if you can. Before looking at your phone, face the sky. Stare at the sky. Don't stare at the sun. Move your body a little if you can during this time. Ground if you can, bare feet in the grass or the dirt or the sand. This shift alone can create a measurable difference in so many areas of fertility. If you don't have 5 to 10 minutes, we see benefits with 2 minutes. Heck, we see benefits with 30 seconds. Okay, so start somewhere and work into more time. Sunshine before screen time in the morning. The next hack, if you want to call it that, is sleep. So underrated. Also, just like sunshine, so underrated. If sunlight is a trigger, sleep is a repair crew. Okay, you cannot out supplement poor sleep. It is not possible. During sleep, your body rebalances cortisol, repairs mitochondria, which your egg and sperm absolutely depend on, regulates blood sugar and insulin, makes key reproductive hormones, lowers inflammation, strengthens immune function, detoxifies and restores nutrient stores, repairs the gut and the nervous system. So many important things. If you're trying to conceive and not sleeping or not sleeping enough or not getting good enough quality of sleep, your body's in survival mode and not reproductive mode. So how do you get better sleep? Dim your lights 1 to 2 hours before bed, okay? Just like sunlight in the morning is supportive for so many things fertility related. Sunshine throughout the day. So think midday sunshine time and then sunshine time around sunset or dusk is going to be really helpful. And then as the sun goes down outside, dim your lights inside. Okay. We want to mimic what's going on or should be going on, like biologically with our bodies. And we definitely mirror nature. So, dimming lights in the house 1 to 2 hours before bed, getting off of your screens an hour before bed. This can be a huge habit shift, but starting small does make a difference. We see benefits even with half an hour of no screen time before bed. So start somewhere, work into that hour of screen free time. Keep your room cool and pitch black. You should not be able to see your hand when it's about 6 inches in front of you, if that means that your room is dark enough. Create an evening routine that signals that we're safe. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a biological requirement for conception. So reprioritize things in your life to support this foundation. It absolutely makes a difference. The next hack is movement. Not more movement necessarily, but the right kind of movement. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to have a gym membership or an expensive program. You just need consistency. Okay. Movement supports fertility by improving insulin sensitivity, reducing inflammation, increasing blood flow to the ovaries and the uterus, supporting detoxification, improving luteal phase stability, balancing cortisol, enhancing mitochondrial function, supporting a healthy menstrual cycle also. Okay, a lot of really important things come from movement. I want you thinking movement, not exercise here. So walking after meals, stretching, lifting weights once or twice a week, do mobility work, play, dance in your kitchen. Your reproductive system loves predictable, moderate movement. Okay. And yes, we can absolutely overdo movement and exercise. So we need to make sure that we're balancing out movement with eating enough and enough sleep and sunshine. Okay. It's all a balancing act. But movement supports things like blood flow and lymph flow, all of which are really supportive of reproduction too. So your movement, as with everything, should definitely be tailored individually. If you are not cycling right now, movement is something you want to limit more while you work on boosting other signals of safety in your body. Prioritizing nutrition and eating enough, sleeping, sunshine are going to be helpful during that stage of recovery for you too. But eventually, working movement in is going to be really supportive. And last, but certainly not least, is breath work. This is free nervous system support and can be like a reset daily if you need it. And I do recommend working it in to your routine at least once a day, if not multiple times a day, depending on where you're starting with your nervous system state. Breath work is another very underrated tool in fertility, and it's free. It requires you to slow down enough to actually feel what's going on inside your body. It is easier, so much easier, to buy another supplement than it is to pause, sit with yourself, and breathe. When you get quiet, your intuition gets louder. Your body starts talking. Your mind slows down enough to actually notice the stress you've been carrying. And that can feel more uncomfortable than any supplement protocol. But this breath work, it really matters. Okay. Diaphragmatic breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest, digest, heal, and reproduce state. This is the physiological state where fertility thrives. This doesn't mean we have to live there all of the time to support reproduction, but we need to be there more often. We need to allow our bodies to get into that state, rest, and reproduce. A lot of energy going into reproduction. When our body slows down, it feels safer to send more energy to reproduction versus run from a lion or fight that stress state. We know that breath work lowers cortisol. It improves heart rate variability, which is a marker of resilience. It increases vagal tone, it supports digestion and absorption, it reduces inflammation, it improves blood flow to reproductive organs, and it sends the signals of safety to your entire body and reproductive system. Okay, so try this. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 2, exhale for a count of 6. Ideally, you're inhaling through your nose and exhaling out your mouth. Do it for a round of 5. Work up to 10. Notice how your body feels. This is a great practice to do before each meal. Okay, that can help you pair it with something you're already doing. It supports digestion, it supports overall gut health. So you're getting more of those nutrients you need out of the food that you're eating, and supports that nervous system consistently throughout the day. It's free, and it is one of the most powerful fertility tools that you have that is free. So shift your focus not toward gadgets, but towards these foundations. I want to speak directly to the woman standing in the supplement aisle, overwhelmed, adding $200 worth of maybe this will help to her cart. Don't get me wrong, I love supplements. I use supplements. They absolutely have a place, but your body does not heal and your fertility does not transform because of these extras, these gadgets, these trackers, these subscriptions or fancy protocols. Your fertility changes when your nervous system feels safe. Your circadian rhythm is anchored. You're sleeping deeply. You're moving consistently. Okay, you're nourishing your mitochondria so it can create that energy to support the rapidly developing follicles. When you create predictability in your environment and you shift out of survival mode, that is when real change happens. These are free things. These are things that most couples overlook, though, or jump past. These are foundations that build healthy eggs, healthy sperm, healthy cycles, and healthy pregnancies. Okay, so if you haven't started with these foundations, or maybe you did start there and then they've kind of become deprioritized, refocus on them. They are always going to be the most important foundational work. It's okay to add in other tools and supplements, things to fill in the gaps, but make sure they're individualized and they're for you and they're supporting those foundations. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear that fertility doesn't have to be complicated or expensive to be effective. Sometimes we just need to get back to our supporting our body the way it was beautifully designed, supporting our biology. And that's really what I help couples do in my one-on-one practice, is uncover those individual barriers so they can work with their bodies instead of override their bodies. We want to tune in and listen to that intuition and listen to what your body is telling us. And just remember that your body is designed for this. When you give it safety and rhythm and the support it needs, it responds. I'm cheering for you, and I hope to see you in the next episode. If you do want a deeper dive one-on-one, I'd love to chat with you. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fertility Dietitian podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave a review to let me know what topics you want more of or less of. If you want to keep learning, subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out my website for more info on my private coaching program, Master Your Fertility, or my membership community, Fertility Blueprint. And don't forget my digital store. Come say hi on YouTube and Instagram. See you in the next episode.